Hi, folks, back here again with an update. This will probably be my next to last video. I'm sure many of you will be disappointed to never see them again. But anyway, I want to go over a couple things here. First of all, in the grade book in Power School and in Schoology, any work that has not been completed in modules 5 and 6 is now marked as missing. In Power School, that gives the students a 0. As I've mentioned before, I do that for a couple reasons. One, so students know what work is missing. And secondly, to give them a little boost to actually get the work done. Right? We are down to 1 week left in the course. Right, 1 week. All work should be completed and turned in by next Friday at 11:59 p.m. And I typically get a lot of work at 11:55, 11:56, and so on. So please, if you could, double check those grades. I have just updated all grades in Power School, so at this exact moment, all grades are as current as can be. Work has to be completed. At the end of the course, I'm going to talk about this more in my next video, but if students complete all the modules and they do it well, which they usually do, then students are given a certificate. A certificate says that they completed a Pennsylvania Department of Transportation approved driver education course. That document, that certificate, can oftentimes be given to insurance providers, and it gives you a little bit of a reduction in the premium. So there is certainly a financial incentive as well as the knowledge of learning how to drive associated here. So I'll talk more about that certificate in the next video I share. I did want to go over the final two modules that we haven't discussed yet. Module 8, situational driving, so just different types of driving in poor conditions, different settings, things of that nature. These are all just describing exactly what you see here, how to avoid hydroplaning, what to do when you're driving at night, driving in poor weather on the expressway in a city or I'm sorry, country or rural setting. City setting, this talks about what to do to enter the expressway. Merging is one of those things that's very challenging, especially on Interstate 83. If you go into the York area, you have some on-ramps that are extremely short, so it makes life a little challenging there. At the end, there's an assessment. There's 15 questions. They have to get 12. And that's a pretty straightforward one. And then the last one talks a little bit about driving under the influence and things of that nature. So there's a lot of things that impact our driving. The biggie is not necessarily alcohol and drugs, but distractions. So there's some really important information here. Talks a lot about how to stay focused and how to make sure you're in the best state of mind when you're behind the wheel. There's a ed puzzle that deals with this, talks a little bit about DUI. And then there is what we call an awareness test, which is kind of a little bit of an eye-opening video. It's kind of funny as well, but just shows how when we pay attention to one thing, there's a lot of other stuff that we miss. All right, and it does a good job of kind of bringing that out. When students are done with this one, when they complete all 9, it's really important to go double check the grade book in Schoology. Make sure that all of the grades are there. All right, if there's a gap in a grade, that means they didn't do it. All right, so I will be going in probably when we get back on Monday, and I'll enter missing work for module 7. I probably won't get to the point where I put in missing for module 8 and 9. Next week is the last week of the semester. So students need to know they need to complete all the work. If all the work's not completed, they do not get a certificate saying that they completed it. All right, that is a state requirement. It's not a West Shore School District requirement, but a state requirement. Technically, students could pass the course, but if they don't complete it all, they don't get the certificate. And again, in my opinion, that's one of the huge incentives. If you have questions, if you don't understand anything that's going on, please let me know. I think I've stated this before, but when I mark it missing, they still get full credit for the assignment if they complete it. So if they do it well. Any other questions you might have, like I said, please reach out. Hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully it snows a ton. Who knows? See ya.